Hey Cake, it's Monday. And it is information-y, informative, talk about / teach about something week / weeks fortnight. Okay, that's what it's going to be called. Information-y teaching fortnight of some kind. Maybe. Welcome to Alex's education about the Harry Potter fandom and why you should join immediately. It's because we're awesome. Mainly that's reason one. Here today, I'm going to give you a basic rundown of the Harry Potter fandom. First obvious thing about the Harry Potter fandom. There are 7 books. They're all awesome, and you could have gone around LeakyCon and found one person who one of them was their favorite. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different and people, I mean, they could write an essay on why they were their favorite. And so that was kind of a fun question, and you know, what's your favorite book? And because people take it really seriously, and so it's really fun. And I think all the books kind of have different appeals. Like, I really like the first one for like nostalgic reasons, because, you know, it's the first one and they're so young and adorable, and like, I just love the thank you very much line in the very beginning. You know, the Dursleys were perfectly normal, thank you very much. I mean, spectacular. The 7th one is my favorite. It's just fantastic. They're so, I mean, even beyond how badass Neville is, it's just, I don't know, it's good. I mean, the epilogue isn't what the epilogue is, but it was fantastic. Obviously, the base of the fandom obviously rests upon the books. But what is so awesome, and what a lot of people don't get, because a lot of people judge, they're like, oh, you went all the way across the country for Harry Potter conference? Really? So the second thing you need to know about the Harry Potter fandom is the depth, variety, and just sheer tenacity of awesome that is the online community. I mean, for starters, there are fantastic and well done and thorough and stupendous fan sites. Anything from, there's the big one, the Leaky Cauldron and MuggleNet are big. There's a scat of other character-specific, house-specific, anything. And yeah, and so that's kind of how I got into a lot of the other things like fanfiction, which is another amazing faction of the community. Fanfiction, for those few of you who don't know, is basically fiction written by fans, hence the name, about a already created and in existence world. So people, especially when we didn't know what was going to happen next, would give their idea of what was going to happen in the coming books. Or, you know, people kind of do alternate universe. I mean, there's a million things, and a lot of dreary fans live in the fan fiction world, and it's really awesome. But beyond that, these books, these 7 books, inspired and spawned people to just create awesome things in the name of Harry. I mean, like, Harry Potter fandom has spawned some of the most epically hilarious
We're about to know something very cool.
And then there's things like the HPA, the Harry Potter Alliance, which raised like over $100,000 to help Haiti. And I mean, that's awesome. I mean, who does that? You know, I mean, we kind of grow outside of it and we expand and take truths from the books that we love and just blow them up and use them to do awesome things. Okay, the third thing I'm going to teach you about is Wizard Rock, or rock with a W, if you will. I learned this at LeakyCon. It's just so exciting and awesome. The people who are musically inclined were like, dude, this is so awesome, I'm going to make a band about it. Like, it's just catalyst of awesome is what Harry Potter is. Anyway, and so Wizard Rock is fantastic. And the second night of concerts at LeakyCon, granted the first night was amazing. There was, I think the first night was when Ministry of Magic played. It won't be long till The Remus Lupins played their last show. And Alex Carpenter cried, and it was adorable, and it was just, you just feel the bond with them. But the second concert night was just like the greatest concert I've ever been to in my life. It was so awesome.
Harry Potter songs in chronological order tonight.
And final thing I'm going to tell you about the fandom and what I think makes it what it is, beyond all of the things I talked about it, you know, spawning awesome and inspiring, just stupendous things, is the fans are awesome. Baltimore is going down! That was the best thing about LeakyCon. I mean, beyond the amazing concerts and speeches and everything, was the vibe. Just walking into the conference center, it was just, you felt like you were where you should be. I was trying, my friends were already there who I was rooming with, and so I wandered around, like, I couldn't find the conference center. Found it because they were sitting there waiting for early registration, and there's this giant, we later called it the Circle of Awesome in reference to that day. And my friend saw me, was like, Alex, you're here! And just everyone was like, hey, Alex! And high fives, and they saw my Hufflepuff bag, and were like, go Hufflepuffs! And I mean, from that moment on, it was just awesome. And like, you sat in line, and you chatted with the people next to you, and I mean, you just, it was awesome. God, I love Harry Potter fans. I love the fandom. It's beautiful, and it's awesome. And I hope you learned something. This was kind of just me gushing about Harry Potter. And it's probably going to be far longer than 4 minutes. But Erica's was too, so maybe we can have a rule that educational / informational videos can go beyond. Or we can all just be punished. I don't care. I'll be punished for Harry Potter. Fine by me. Also, P.S. Oh my god, Pottermore. I got in. I'm so excited. Even with shitty internet. I did it on my phone. So fun. I'm gonna go to Hogwarts, guys. I'm going to Hogwarts. Okay, before I start crying, Natalie, I will see you in your information-tastic video tomorrow.